In the headlines, leader of Cần Thơ City visited typical policy classified families on the occasion of the 75th Vietnamese War Invalids and Martyrs Day, July 27. Free medical examination was organized for people of Cà Mau province. 5 medals were awarded to the Vietnamese students at the International Physics Olympiad 2022. Hello and welcome to Cần Thơ News, the English news program of Cần Thơ radio and television station and top news today. On the morning of July 17, Vice Secretary of Cần Thơ Municipal Party Committee, cum Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee Trần Việt Trung, visited and offered presents to typical policy classified family in Thốt Nốt District on the occasion of the 75th Vietnamese War Invalids and Martyrs Day, July 27th. The city offered 21 presents, while Thốt Nốt District offered 30 presents to policy classified families in the wards of Thốt Nốt, Thới Thuận, and Thuận An. Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee expressed his gratitude towards the contributions of the policy classified families in both revolutions and national construction. He also hoped that the families would continue to educate younger generations about the revolutionary traditions and contribute to the development of Cần Thơ City and Thốt Nốt District alone. On this occasion, Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee and the delegation visited 2 Vietnamese heroic mothers, namely 87-year-old Võ Thị Lẹ and 85-year-old Nguyễn Thị Chính, who are residing in Thới Thuận Ward. Chairman Trần Việt Trung asked about the lives of the mothers, expressed his gratitude towards their sacrifice and contributions to the national independence and freedom, and wished them good health for the promotion of traditions and national development. A delegation of doctors and health officials of Hòa Hảo Medic Cần Thơ General Hospital recently organized free medical examination, medicine distribution, and gift presentation for people in the 2 communes of Tân Đức and Tân Tiến of Đầm Dơi District, Cà Mau Province. This event is part of the program called Returning to the Old School of the alumni of Lý Tự Trọng School in the southwestern area. At the event, the delegation presented 500 gifts to patients arriving at the medical examination site that are from poor households or households of war invalids, martyrs, and those with meritorious services. The doctors have performed clinical and subclinical testing and provided free medicines to the people. This event was sponsored by the former students of Lý Tự Trọng School in the southwestern area. Previously, on July 16th, at the Cultural Center of Tân Thành Commune, the Executive Board of Cần Thơ City Youth Union, coordinated with Thới Lai District Youth Union and the Young Intellectuals team of Cần Thơ City, organized the transferring of technical advances to the youth and the people of Tân Thành Commune. Attending the function was the Standing Secretary of the Central Youth Union, Bùi Quang Huy. This is among the activities of the peak voluntary phase of joining hands for the new style rural construction of Cần Thơ City Youth Union in 2022. Accordingly, there will be activities like building infrastructure works, tending the surrounding landscape, and protecting the environment, supporting the youth in production development in association with agricultural restructuring, increasing income for rural youth, organizing community digital technology teams, among other works. The fund for these activities was sponsored by the Central Youth Union, Sabeco Joint Stock Company, and accompanying enterprises. After the glorious accomplishments at the International Mathematical Olympiad, when 6 participating Vietnamese students gained awards, another 5 medals were given to the Vietnamese students at the International Physics Olympiad 2022. All 5 members of the Vietnamese team won 3 golds, 1 silver, and 1 bronze at this year's competition. Notably, this is the first time that the 10th grader ever pocketed a gold medal at the International Physics Olympiad. With all of the team's members awarded the medal, Vietnam ranked 5th after China, Romania, the Republic of Korea, and the United States. The Ministry of Health has informed that the 2 Omicron subvariants of BA.4 and BA.5 have been recorded in Ho Chi Minh City, Hanoi, and Cần Thơ. With the emergence of the 2 subvariants and multiple COVID-19 outbreaks in many countries, the National Steering Committee for the Prevention and Control of COVID-19 Pandemic asked all levels of agencies and locality not to be negligent in pandemic prevention and control. The National Steering Committee for COVID-19 Prevention and Control also requires all levels of agencies and localities to be proactive and prepared for different pandemic scenarios, continue to implement the goal of pandemic control and not let it re-emerge. The Ministry of Health requested units and localities to urgently review the COVID-19 vaccination plan in the last 6 months of the year, develop a vaccination plan for the next year, and a vaccination plan for children aged from 6 months to under 5-year-old, will further accelerate the administration of the third and the fourth vaccine shots among people.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cần Thơ City currently has 7 tourist destinations that have been recognized as meeting the standard of typical tourist destinations at the Delta level voted and recognized by the Mekong Delta Tourism Association. These are famous tourist destinations and attract tourists when they visit Cần Thơ.
Cần Thơ currently has 7 tourist sites recognized as typical tourist attractions at the regional level. Those are Mỹ Khánh Tourist Village, Ông Đề Eco-Tourism Village, Trúc Lâm Phương Nam Zen Monastery, Lung Cồ Cầu Eco-Tourism Area, Bình Thủy Communal Temple Village, Ca Răng Float Market, and Ninh Kiều K Park. At the recent survey to reorganize in 2022, the representative of the Mekong Delta Tourism Association appreciated the criteria achieved by the aforementioned tourist destinations.
These destinations are very crowded, meeting the criteria of visitors as well as revenue. Through the epidemic, facilities and tourism routes are guaranteed and operating well. We need to develop more, for instance, increase the area for tourist destinations.
In addition to 36 eco-garden spots, Cần Thơ also has many relics exploited for tourism, of which 16 points are recognized as typical tourist attractions at the city level and 7 typical tourist spots at the Delta level. In the past time, especially after the COVID-19 pandemic, business and tourist activities have improved as well as renewed products and services to meet the needs of tourists. Especially the tourist spots are recognized as typical tourist spots at the Delta level.
We also remind tourist destinations ensure service attitude, security and order, food safety and hygiene as well as epidemic safety, so that when visitors come to Cần Thơ, tourists understand that Cần Thơ is a place worth visiting, a place worth living. We have embellished mini scene and architecture, built more stone parks, and some miniatures to create models for young people to visit and take pictures of. We also repair and upgrade paths and routes to serve visitors.
The title of a typical tourist destination at the Delta level will be re-recognized every 3 years once. Along with the above 7 points, some functional departments said that it is currently asking the Mekong Delta Tourism Association to consider more recognition for the relic of Hung King's Temple and Cần Thơ Eco Resort located in Phúc Điền District.
And now is the time for weather updates. Weather information has also wrapped up today's edition of Cần Thơ News. To watch our bulletins one more time, you can log on to our website at canthtv.vn. And now, thank you so much for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.